Welcome to another video of my Kitty Rage team. This time we are playing against Kerub Crepin Ghett, Coa Gulary, Phaeris and double Moe Lawr. So this is not an usual team, so because of that I will explain to you what Kerub Crepin does. This Eka flip over here. He's a level 4 and has 4 movement and 7 AP and 13 health. And he has a Claw of Senegal attack which reduces the AP by 1 and has range 2 and deals 1 damage. And he has a Playful Claw attack which can use once per turn for 4 AP, which does 2 damage and has a hand area of effect and has a melee attack. So he has like small range, but his Claw of Senegal is a pretty annoying attack against my team. And he has a passive which is called Eka Flip's Second Chance, and he can reroll every dice which are not in his favor. So if he rolls a critical strike and he doesn't roll critical when attacking, then he can reroll the die once. So the setup I use here is my basic setup most of the time at this map. The setup allows me to collect most karmas, I think. Nearly every karma on my side. So I start with Coa moving here. Next turn she can shop over here. Moe Lawr is normally collecting the karmas or attacking in the middle over here. Now she will be probably attacking because this one is in range. And normally Diabrel moves over here and Kitty over here, and Henoel can buff them next turn both because he is standing over here after the turn. So what we should notice now is that he buffed his Kerub Crepin with plus 2 MP. So now he has 6 MP and a range of 2. He can move 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces and has a range of 2 and can attack over here. So I shouldn't move to this space or to this one because he can attack this one also, and the same goes for this one. What I didn't think about at the time I played the game was that my Moe Lawr is attacking him, so the range of his first attack is reduced by 1. So because of that I could have used my normal setup, because he still couldn't have attacked him without this item. So, but this was hard to spot in the game, so that's why I fought around it, so I wanted to avoid the 2 range. So we really don't need the armor right now because we're not taking that much damage normally. And what's also a good point of moving to this spaces instead of both of these is that both of these have the problem that Ghett could make a cross attack over here and hit both of my Krosmasters. So maybe this is enough reasoning to play more defensively, especially with Diabrel, who doesn't have that much life. And he's still getting hit by the melee attack of Kerubim, so this is the melee attack with hand area of effect. So he's still taking around 4 to 5 damage, and he has only 10 life, so that's why we are taking this a bit more defensive setup. So we spawning the shovel over here, we push ourselves back by 1 space. This is like a basic move which I do sometimes, especially on this map where I want to collect the 4 karmas over here and gain 1 by farmer, because Diabrel is a farmer. And I'm thinking right now where I want to place the shovel, and decide to use this spot for the shovel such that I am pretty mobile, moving Kitty Rage maybe to the right, to the left I mean, if needed next turn. So as stated, because of him I still don't wanted to avoid this space because I forget about the Moe Lawr. So that's why I put my Kitty Rage here. And also Ghett can't attack here at the shovel with his cross attack because it's 1 range less, and he has only 4 range, and he would have needed 5. So now I reduce the range of old Kerubim, And I think here I noticed my mistake, the positioning. Because now I will see he has crit and armor. And he has 13 karmas already. He takes crit on Ghett. Interesting choice. I think that was a mistake from his side, because he's right now buying the critical dodge and range item on him, so the critical was a waste. So he probably should have gained two karmas there and should have sold them. And now he can hit with his melee attack. My Diablo with his melee attack. Now he's thinking about collecting the coin or buying something. So he bought something. So let's see what he buys. He buys the green buff on Moe Lawr. So okay, this is pretty good. So especially because I can't buy it now, so I would have bought it either, I think. Because 1 damage is worth 3 karmas most of the time. Especially if it's helping finishing someone off. So he has now increased range, so now he can hit the shovel because of the item. But I don't like that item that much on Ghett, because he can only attack once. And critical is not very important in someone who has luck, because luck increases his increases the number of dice he uses when attacking by 1, so he uses 2 dice already. The difference between 1 die and 2 is way bigger than the difference between 2 dice and 3 dice. You can calculate it with basic math. So okay, so let's see how he's setting up. He can't really attack with his Moe Lawrs, I think, because this positioning is 1 space more than I placed my... I also thought about the positioning of my Henoal. If the Moe Lawr could have hit my Henoal over here, I would have placed him over here. So I thought about it for a second. And this Moe Lawr can also not reach Henoal. So now he bought another item for 3 karmas, which I couldn't really see here. Right now I'm thinking about what I do in my turn. So here I'm thinking about taking double. I will probably buy this 5 health item. The 5 health, 2 AP and -1 MP item, because it's a very good item on Kitty Rage. Because the 2 MP, AP I mean, give her 2 more damage output, so it is pretty good. And I take the double here because I want to focus on his Kerub, and he's a level 4. And the one he's focusing on is my level 3, so taking the doubles here is a gain for me, because I am more likely to win the game by only killing this one, or maybe killing this and buying some karmas or taking more doubles or something like that. So I think taking double here is a good choice in my opinion. Okay, now here I'm buffing Diablo. Problem with the setup was that I couldn't buff both my Krosmaster. That's what I wanted to do most of the time, but wasn't possible here. So my positioning, which I thought about here, was my Diablo has only 6 health, so this one has like 6 range. So I decided that I could move my Diablo over here and my Kitty over here, so that, and this would be pretty far away, so it would be pretty bad if you could hit this tree with his cross attack with Ghett. But because I have the shovel, I can move the Phaeris 1 space back to this shop, and then block this path, this field space here, or this one, I don't know. Maybe should have blocked this one, I don't know. I think it's better play. But so I will also block the Phaeris a little bit. I think this space would have been a bit better, but I'm still blocking Ghett from attacking this tree, because he has only 6 range, on the box he has 7, and he would have needed 8 over here or 7 over here. No, that wouldn't, no, that's not possible, that's not line of sight, so he would have needed 7 range to hit the tree from the box. So that's why I position myself over here. And very important is that I use my item after moving the 3 spaces, such that the minus 1 MP is not hurting me. So because I moved all 3 spaces already, and if I would have only moved here, it would have been pretty bad because I couldn't buff both of them. So it was a pretty good turn in my opinion. Now he has 2 health. Now it was pretty good for him that he bought the green buff, otherwise I would have maybe done 2 damage over here. Yeah, now I do 0, so he stays at 2 health. So it didn't matter that much, but still. And I move away over here just to be safe. Maybe this was a bit defensive, I don't know. I could have stayed here, I think. That's pretty reasonable. But that's like the intuitive movement of like moving away a little bit if you have a big range. Because there's not really a gain if I move here, because Ghett can still attack me, and this one can only move 2 spaces because Diver Barrel attacked him, and because of that he can only move 2 spaces away and can't move away from my kitty rage. This is pretty important in my opinion, because she can only move 2 also, so because of that I can still reach him. And here, because he moved here to the left, he also has to kill my Coa. The other option he would have would be to buff his Phaeris, such that he can move to in front of my kitty and make my kitty attack Phaeris. But if he did do that, my Coa could have easily killed his Kerubim, because he's only at 2 life and my Coa does 3 damage though. So he has to kill the Coa here. Now he's collecting some more karmas, and he will probably finish my Coa with his Moe Lawrs. So because she already has 1 health, so it's not a big deal. So let's think what we can do for next turn. So he has 5 GGs. And he will gain 1, but the 1 GG he will gain is the 3 GG, so it doesn't really matter, because if he gets the 3 GG before me and I get it from him, it doesn't really matter if I get it from him or from the 3 GG spot over here. So he's not really gaining a GG by that, but he's killing my Coa still. So he will do that. Yeah, now my Coa is dead. Now he can even hit my kitty or my Hinoel with his Moe Lawr, with the second Moe Lawr, I think. Yeah. So now I'm sure that I can kill his old Kerubim. So he gives 4 GG. So if I would be able to get a double and sell the double, I could easily collect I get 1 karma by the kill from the Kerub, so I have 8 then, and then collect this 2 and buy the GG. So I should have taken the double here for a safe win. It would have been an easy win. I don't know, maybe I've overthought the situation a little bit and didn't think that I could win only by this kill. So I decided to take critical strike and wanted to finish another Krosmaster also. That was a more risky play, let's say. But I don't think I'm losing this game anyway most of the time, but still. If you you always have to think how to can win the game for sure, so you have to minimize your chances all the time to lose the game. So if you have a play which is 100% to win the game right now, and another play which is 90%, to win the game right now, then the second place like worse. So you have to always try to find the best play. So here I chose a worse play, and I attacked the Phaeris, because at this time I thought that I can only attack Phaeris with Direct Burial, but I could have moved over here also and killed the Moe Lawr. But I decided to kill the Phaeris, because he's more annoying probably, and I only thought that, oh no, Phaeris, he's annoying, maybe he will move in front of me at some point, and yeah. So I decided to kill him instead. And also because my Moe Lawr could attack him also. And now he has 5 GG. Now I can buy this GG for sure and kill the Kerub with my kitty. So this game is over for sure. Now I'm thinking if I could kill another Krosmaster also, instead of buying the GG. If it costs nothing. So this Kerub has 2 health, so I have to only buff once and then attack him to finish him. And now I have 2 attacks left, and I can, for the sake of it, just attack the Moe Lawr and check if I hit the 75% of critting him once. And I did that and won the game. So this was the game where I reached Elite for the season. I hope you enjoyed the game, and if you like my Krosmaster content, you can always subscribe to my channel in the top right corner, I mean. And I wish you fun with the other games. Goodbye. See you next time.